Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is February 7, 2021, Super Bowl Sunday. So we want to get an earlier report out today so you guys can enjoy the Super Bowl. This is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report, one of Timer Digest's top ranked stock market timers. And you can see while I've been around for 30 years doing the Woodson Wave Report since 1997. I started our short-term report 3 years ago. You can see our trading record there. I average over 700 trades a year, so we moved our futures trades over to Striker last year. So if you don't want to sit in front of your computer all day trading, you can contact Striker. They will auto-trade Woodson Wave Report signals. While I've been around since 1997 with Woodson Wave Report, I'm relatively new to YouTube, so I appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the reminder bell, and remember to like and share our reports. I appreciate all your guys' support to the channel. Today we're going to get into S&P 500, gold, and Tesla as usual, and we had some requests for Boeing, so we'll have a look at Boeing. Okay, we want to get to the S&P. You can see from the fourth wave low last March, the pandemic low, we've had wave 1 up, a 2 down, a 3 up into the September turn date, which I want to get to in a minute, and then our fourth wave flat correction. You can see 5 gains equality with 1 at our long-standing 39.96 price target. Speaking of targets, we've got our Fibonacci spiral here. You can see from that September 2nd high, it caught every turning point, alternating high and low, starting with the 55 days later with the low and then the high, alternating highs and lows as you can see. And then on our 89-day spiral, it caught a midterm top, if you will, a little spike there, and our most recent one was the 126, and it looked like that might call the high of that whole move. However, after a sharp decline, Friday we made new highs, so it looks like it went from calling alternating highs and lows to highs. And for comparison's sake, I want to show you the spiral I had that began back in 1999, what I called the orthodox top in the market on 8/24, because the market bottomed a Fibonacci 55 days later. It caught that low. We have a higher high, but as you can see, all these turn dates, which are up here with this slippage of just a few days, it caught virtually every turning point high for 7 years into 2006. You can see the pullback there on a weekly bar. That's a significant pullback. As everyone knows, it went up to make new all-time highs into 07. It didn't catch that 2007 high. But the point I want to make is this one, for the most part, called the turning point highs, whereas the current one we are on, it was alternating highs and lows, and now it's called 2 consecutive highs. So the next date in the sequence is April 23rd. Will that mark the next turn date high? And will it marry price and time and get us to our 39.96 target on that date? That would be ideal. That would be the ideal Fibonacci time and price spiral coming together. It doesn't always happen that way. I'll take price over time because I've shown you guys these 2 spirals, and there are many more that didn't last very long at all. That one was 6 years, and so far this one has been from September. So we've got about 5 months on this one. We'll see what happens going forward. Okay, so that's our daily bar there. I like to pick up from that fourth wave low, that flat that bottomed on October 30th. So we'll look now at an hourly chart. There is the fourth wave low. What I don't like about this is the angle of ascent on wave 1. It's virtually straight up. Gap, 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 5 gaps, and it looks like a 3, but it counts like a 1. And then this 3 here in blue, right here, this is moving more like a 45-degree angle, more like a 1 would. So it looks like this is just running out of steam. This looked like a 3. I've looked at counting the previous waves in front of that differently so that this is a 3, but this is this is running out of steam and it should top soon. And I don't know if it'll make it to 39.96 or not. Ideally, it does for our Fibonacci numbers. But you can see here we put in a 1 up, a 2 down, a 3 up, and that was on that January 26th turn date high, a flat, and then we have 5 waves developing to the upside here from this 4th wave low of a lesser degree, which was the January 29th low. So if we look at, I like to look at things from lows and then count 5 waves up from 4th wave lows, okay? So that's 4 there, obviously, because we made a new high. So there's 3, there's 4, and then the 5 waves up. Now we're looking at a 5-minute chart, and there is that January 29th low. You can see a 1, 2, a 3, a 4. We could call 5 complete here. Let me look at this here real quick and get an extension from the bottom. This wave 1 was tricky. The gaps usually come on the 3rd waves. So if this is 3 up, there's a gap on 1 of 3 and a gap of 3 of 3. 1, 2, 3, or yeah, 3 of 5. 1 and 3 of 5 of 3. So I don't mean to get too much into the weeds here, but you can see this 3rd wave is a Fibonacci 2.618 multiple of this 1st wave. So if we want to measure, I'll get that out of the way, where wave 5 should be, we can look at our extension from 1. Generally speaking, 5 will gain equality with 1. We put it at the 4th wave low, and it's a perfect 1.618 right there at Friday's high of, let me move this down so we can see a little bit better there. I think it's at 1:30 Eastern at 38.90. So this will be interesting to watch, see what happens Monday or even tonight in the futures. But in case this is a completed 5 waves from the upside, let's get a near-term retracement target for you guys. It sure looks good, and I missed that a little. This might be off by a point or two, but that previous 4th wave low there is, again, I got that right on the numbers. Here we go, is 38.16, and that's right about where the 382 is. That'd be a nice pullback if this is to go on to new highs. Obviously, if this thing turns around, we'll be able to tell by the speed and velocity and the magnitude of the decline if it's only correcting this 5-wave advance or this 5-wave advance from the March lows or something even greater. Okay, so that's pretty much the near-term look at things. Again, this is a 15-minute chart looking at things from the January 29th low, which spun off of that turn date high on January 26th back here. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in S&P. We'll move to gold. Gold, there's no change from the March lows. We've seen a 1 up, a 2 down, a 3 up, and a descending triangle with a classic throw under and wave E of 4, and then a move up. You can see now wave 5 will gain equality with 1 right near the wave 3 high at 2079 and a Fibonacci 1.61 multiple at 2273. However, I've got this decline in red. This is a little bit concerning because we have a move up, which looks like a 1st wave. It was one thing for this to retrace a 786 once, but then to do it twice, this is not a breakout. This is coming down. So our make or break is right there at that wave 1 high, which is 1765. Any move below 1765, and we're going to move to a bearish position. It'll negate all of this here, everything from that high. We'll have to have a new look at it here. Okay, so this needs to hold. Obviously, this high of 1957 needs to be broken for the bullish count to remain intact. Then the subsequent break of the wave 3 high of 2034. So we'll watch gold. Maybe it'll break this week. We'll see. Or maybe it'll confirm the bullish count and move up. As usually, we're going to look at Tesla, but this time we're going to look at Tesla a little differently. I got it down into a 5-minute chart because Tesla has diverged from the S&P. Instead of following the S&P or leading the S&P, it has broken ranks, and you can see the high here, the top so far is February 2nd, whereas the S&P on Friday moved to new all-time highs. Tesla did not. This appears to be a series of 1s and 2s with a 1 down here, a 2 up there. You can see 3 gained equality with 1 here. it would be a 1618 here, but this is 5 waves to the downside. And you can see within wave 3, you can count 5 waves down there. They're all fractals of each other. This looks like an A up, a B down, and a C up, and we're beginning another 5 wave decline. Okay, so obviously we want this second wave high here of, we can see it right here, 867 to hold. We'll see what happens here. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one would have to hold. But Tesla has diverged. We'll see if it'll make up ground and catch up with the S&P, or if Tesla will lead the S&P down. Okay, so we've got our make or break numbers here. This high at 867 needs to hold for this to be a bearish count, which I've drawn here. Otherwise, it's up and up to new highs, as Tesla seems to always do. We have some requests for Boeing. And Boeing is a completely different chart, okay? It's not like all these charts are the same. You can see Boeing put in its high back in March of 2019. It hasn't made any new highs in 2020, not recently either. This appears to be a 1 down, a 2 up, a 3 down, and a 4 up to near a 50% retracement of 3. Let me put that in here for you guys just so you can see the wave count here in Boeing. And there's our top there. There's our 1. There's our, that looks like 2 there. That's only 3 waves. That's why I have it here. 2 up here, 3 here, 4 here, and 5 would be lower down there. Okay, so if this continues to make the high right at the 50% retracement, I'd allow for a move up to 266 to the Fibonacci 618 retracement, and then we look for a 5th wave down. We would need this high to, or this low of wave 1 to hold. I'm sorry there. That looks right around 320. Okay, any move above 320, and this is not 5 waves to the downside because 4 cannot overlap 1. The high of 4 cannot be higher than the low of 1. Okay, so there's your make or break right there at 320. Okay, but it looks like ideally it'll come to 266, or it topped here. And this looks a little bit choppy to be an impulsive wave. Getting a first glance at this. Let's pull this to hourly and see what we get from this move up here. There we go. Let's look at this here a little closer. There's a lot of overlap in there. That may not be an impulsive wave. It may or may 1, 2, it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It could be. That's 9 waves there. Let's see what we get here for a retracement of this move down. Okay, we're going to move this out of the way to not confuse. Okay, if that is 5 waves, look, it's right at the 382. This could have topped over here at the 243 for the 4th wave high, and then make a 5th wave low. Let me get back to the daily on this. We're doing this on the fly, guys. Bear with me. Let's just say that that is 4. Okay, let me straighten this up a little bit. There we go. Let's get that out of the way. Remove that. Move 4 over here. Let's say that's 4. We'll look at 1. Get a Fibonacci extension on that. Boeing, Boeing, Boeing. Here we go. There's 1. This won't be to the penny, but it'll be close enough. Okay, 5 would have to go lower than 3, so we're looking at 40.94 if that is the top of 4. Okay, make or break is the 320. Okay, and then the target would be 40.94, and we need to see a low below the wave 3 low, which is right around 90.25. Okay, that's it for this week's update. Thank you everyone for watching the video, and until next time, take care everyone.